Hair is never merely hair, not for us. In animation, it represents shape, it embodies silhouette, it signifies identity even before a character utters a word. And for Black characters, hair has consistently held political significance because to be illustrated is to be characterized. And for an extended period, we were either reduced to simplicity or completely erased. Animation shows kids how to perceive the world. Who captures detail? Who captures texture? When Afrocentric hair is illustrated accurately, it conveys a straightforward yet revolutionary message. We deserve the detail, kinks, coils, locks, puffs, braids. These are not mere adornments. They are a form of architecture. Of course, we've seen in many different instances, whether from cartoons to anime, how this has not been executed correctly. However, I love when it's done right, where it isn't just, we're slapping a Black character here, but it's so much deeper than just inputting a Black character. It's important to really have the attention to detail when it comes to their hair. It's not something we need to hide, it's something we need to embrace. And I love when cartoons and anime really lean into that, and it doesn't feel like you're just putting a Black character there for a quota.
I think what's so interesting about seeing how Black characters are animated is how the animator chooses to depict their hairstyle, whether it's through braids like in Jimmy Neutron or in Hey Arnold by showing large afro, larger than life with the character Gerald, or with Susie's natural hairstyle and Rugrats. With so many different Black characters, the ones with hair, without hair, it's all an artistic style that the animators choose to go into, really depict this Black character. And we've grown through years of animation, so many different ranges of styles to depict what actual Black hair looks like, and not just defaulting to the straight or wavy Black hairstyle. There's so many different options now of cornrows and braids and large afro, really allowing ourselves to feel represented within media, within cartoons. And I'm absolutely all here for it and can't wait to see what else comes in Black animation.
Christ's love isn't like everybody else's love. It's not like the world's love. The world's love loves you when you do things right or when you do things with them. But as soon as you make a mistake, they take that love away. But what I've experienced with the love of Christ is that it loves first. It loves through wrongdoing. It loves when you shouldn't be loved anymore. It's unconditional. And that's the love that I believe is going to change the world and has changed me.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Micaiah. I'm back and I'm Black and I'm back and I'm Black and I'm back and I'm Black and I'm back and I'm Black.
Sasha here. Excuse me? Supermodels do not fly business class. Now, I'm not gonna demand a private jet, but I think Jag could at least spring for first class.
And today I am bringing you all another video diving into why Afrocentric hair representation within animation, whether that's in cartoons or anime, is so important and crucial to see on our screens. I know it always warms my heart, especially when it's done correctly, and I just want to dive into why this kind of representation is important. But before we dive deeper into the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to see more of me. And if you're new, hey, and if you're a returner, I really truly appreciate the love. If you get the chance, please check out my social media platforms down within the description box and on the screen, where I display my passion for fashion along with other interests that I have. And for all who are new, you should know I do an array of topics. I am extremely diverse. I do nerdy topics, nostalgic topics, and more conscious topics. Plus, I dibble and dabble within blogs. So if you're interested in any of those facets, then you'll most definitely love it over here. I'm your girl. So let's get back into the video. I really love the representation that I've seen, especially over the years when it comes to Afrocentric hair, Black hair, through various different variations. I especially love to see type 4 hair, and then digging even deeper within 4C hair, because I have 4C hair. And it's just a great representation to see. And I feel like Across the Spider-Verse did this very well regarding the representation of afros, more kinkier hair, and diving all into that. Another reason why I feel like I love that whole Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse so much, because Miles Morales is iconic for me. I love that whole thing. I'm gonna do a whole separate video on some more about that. I know there's been some controversy about that live action. However, I am very excited to see what they're gonna do in the next one, and I love the representation that we get through and throughout the whole Spider-Man franchise.
The black hairstyles in Across the Spider-Verse was on point. Let's talk about. First up is Miles, Fro, and Faye. They had my boy lined up. Next is Miles from Earth 42. Literally speechless when this boy came on my screen. I was like, what? Miles needs to have braids from now on. That's all I have to say. That's all. I loved the big bold fro with Jessica. This was just working. And Spider-Punk's hair, beautiful. It was so nice and really plays into his personality. And Margot's hairstyles, beautiful.
Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. Is it true? Is it true? Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, it's true. Ooh.
If you all love a drink that's gonna have you feeling refreshed and energized, and which has 0 calories and 0 sugar, then this is the drink for you. I just want to thank Lucky Energy for sending me this, and for all who are interested, my discount code is found within the description box. Now let's dive back into the video. Afro Samurai achieved something truly unique. It didn't feel the need to justify itself. Afro's hair was no mere jest. It wasn't a mere trick. It wasn't diluted. It was striking. It had depth. It was undeniably black, in a world that often wasn't, and no one dared to challenge it. That strength. His hair brought him into the spotlight long before his sword ever could. And I want to mention that even many people who have never watched this anime before, they remember his face because of his look and that afro being so iconic. With Orange Blossom, blackness is not merely an afterthought. It is intricately woven into the fabric of the world. The hair is grand, artistic, vivid, enchanting. It thrives in the realm of fantasy, untouched and pure. And that is significant because Black individuals deserve to be represented in imagination, not solely in realism. If you're not new here, then you know my opinions on the 2009 Orange Blossom. So I think when she had the best representation was truly in the early 2000s and of course in the original. Susie from Rugrats could be considered one of the most subtly significant characters in the realm of animation. She embodied intelligence, compassion, self-assurance, and her Black identity was clear. Her hair was natural, textured, playful, and free from any attempts to quote-unquote fix it. She wasn't a moral lesson, she simply existed, and that's the essence of normalization. Now, I'm not stating that all of these animation styles, whether from cartoons and anime, had the best styling when it comes to the characters. However, I believe Susie's animation was very specific and something different that we were seeing around that time. And I loved the attention to detail that they put within her segment. And I loved her hair. She is so cute. I actually would like to cosplay her one day. Carol is a groundbreaking figure in the anime realm. She embodies natural hair, unmistakably Black in a genre that frequently shies away from such details. She strutted her locks and they allowed her to exist as she is. Her hair is an integral part of her character, wild, unrestrained, passionate, and untamed. Now, out of all the various different animation styles and their hair, I'll say that Carol has my favorite hairstyle by far. I love when I can see locks strutted within the animation and when it's executed like pretty well. I'm not going to say it's the best style, but I'll say that I love when I see the fro and the locks being brought to the screen within animation, whether that's in cartoons or whether that's within anime. Libby from Jimmy Neutron is subtly groundbreaking. It may seem exaggerated, but during the early 2000s, during this era of her hair, creating textured hair was quite a challenge. Straight hair was straightforward. Spiky hair was a breeze. But coils, volume, density, shape, that required careful thought. Libby was more than just a brown character model. As you can see how iconic her hair was and even how we got to the trajectory of that, it felt natural, it felt authentic, and I love how they allowed her braids to be bold and beautiful. Number 5, she was distinctive and had an Afrocentric hairstyle. easily identifiable shape more than merely changing the color of white characters. The significance of her presence exemplifies purposeful design rather than just swapping colors. Being a young Black girl, seeing her on my screen truly just warmed my heart, and it took me back to that time when I was a child because Kids Next Door is one of my favorite cartoons, and this was just a special moment to see number 5 and being the great representation that we needed as children. Huey and Riley Freeman, they have various textures, different forms, distinct densities, the significance of these differences. Even within the realm of Blackness, there exists a rich diversity, not a singular standard when it comes to hair. And that's one of the many things that I love about Boondocks, is that they showed variations of different hairstyles, specifically with the braids and an afro, and I absolutely love that representation. When a child observes their hair depicted in animation, they come to understand, I am not an anomaly. I am not in error. I have a place in narratives. Every detail is crafted within that character. If your hair is represented there, it signifies that you were acknowledged. There is a distinction between we included a Black character and we created a Black character. Hair is the first place where that distinction becomes evident. Afrocentric hair does not represent a simple circle puff, mere imitation of texture, a shortcut to a silhouette. Instead, it embodies coils intricately layered, volume that flows with purpose, texture that exudes character. To capture it accurately is to delve into our essence. Representation goes beyond mere presence. It involves being acknowledged, and hair serves as that acknowledgement. When Black hair is portrayed in animation completely, confidently, without hesitation, it conveys a message to a generation. You were created intentionally. For Black children, witnessing our hair represented in animation signifies, I don't have to be simplified to feel like I belong. I don't have to be tamed to receive love. I am already a part of the narratives. To be accurately depicted is to be perceived accurately. Now, I haven't watched Gotcha Kuda. I don't want to butcher the name, so if I did, my apologies. I've only watched 1 or 2 episodes, so I have not watched the whole anime yet. However, I love the representation that I see within this anime when it comes to Afrocentric hairstyles, your locks, your afro, your braids. But I love the shortcut. I love the representation that we get when it comes to this, even though people try to deny that these are Black characters. This is not the day for that. They're Black characters. You can very clearly tell throughout it with, I don't even want to tap into that. However, I love the representation that we see when it comes to Afrocentric hair, even within this anime.
We need to have a come to Jesus because it should be obvious that somehow, some way, people are arguing against this. Jabber and Corvus from Gotcha Kuda are Black. How do you not see this? Evidence to support it? Homie literally has dreads. He's voiced by a Black voice actor. Like, my God, dude, his appearance alone should tell you that he's Black. Why am I the one having to tell you this? Same exact thing for Corvus. Oh my God. How are we arguing against this? What's next? Are you gonna tell me that Simu, my favorite Black queen, isn't Black? When she clearly is? Like, do you all not hear yourself? Those that are saying that they're not Black, like they're literally Black.
I even like the way Bleach has really incorporated a lot of Afrocentric Black hairstyles within the anime as well. A lot of people don't want to give Bleach that credit, but it has. And I even like when I think of like Soul Eater, those different characters that where the Afrocentric hairstyle is executed right. Of course, we've seen in many different instances, whether from cartoons to anime, how this has not been executed correctly. However, I love when it's done right. I love when it's done right. And I can appreciate when someone takes the attention to detail to make sure that they make these characters detailed when it comes down to their hair, where it isn't just we're slapping a Black character here, but it's so much deeper than just inputting a Black character. It's important to really have the attention to detail when it comes to their hair. And one of the first people I think of when it comes to this is Suzy. I really love the detail within her hair. I feel like this was really executed well, especially for it being an older animation. And I love the attention to detail. And she's one that always stands out for me because of the attention to detail that's happened within the 90s, when a lot of people blamed why they didn't execute certain things because of the older animation. I beg to differ. That goes into so many different things, but I don't think they really took the time to really go into it with a lot of characters. But with her, it was executed so well. Afrocentric representation is so important for us to see regarding our hair within animation, because it shows little black boys, little black girls, or people who fall on the Afrocentric spectrum, whether that's Afro-Latina. It's important for us to see that kind of representation so that we could see, okay, our hair is beautiful. It's not something we need to hide. It's something we need to embrace. And I love when cartoons and anime really lean into that, and it doesn't feel like you're just putting a black character there for a quota. You're actually putting a black character there because they are intended to be there. So I thank you all for watching. Please leave your thoughts and perspectives on the matter. I am open to all perspectives, but we must be respectful down within the comment section. I don't care if people disagree with me. I actually love when we kind of can have that back and forth, but I love healthy dialogue, okay? Healthy and respectful dialogue. And I want you all to remember that you are loved by the God who created the universe. He made you for such a special purpose. There's no mistake about you, not even down to your hair. You were made uniquely by the Lord. So allow your light to shine bright, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Stay blessed, everyone.